everyone, Barry from Hole in One Success. Just out doing a little bit of afternoon practice here, working on a couple things in my swing again. And one of the things my students talk a lot about is they want to try to create a little bit more clubhead speed, hit the ball a little bit farther. Everybody wants to do that. And also too, the farther you hit the ball, better chance you are going to shoot some lower scores. It certainly does help you enjoy the game a little bit more. Golfers though often equate that with trying to hit the ball harder, which isn't what we want to do. They want to try to, attack it more, or I'm going to make harder swings to create more speed, and that's not what we want to do. We want to move a little bit better, and we want to make our swings a little bit more efficient in terms of generating speed, so that we're not really, hitting the ball harder to generate more speed. We're just swinging better. And one of the ways to do that is increase, your hand path on the backswing, increase the length of your backswing. All things being equal, if I can make a fuller backswing, get the club back a little bit more, make a better turn, I have a chance of generating more speed in the swing. Now, the thing to watch out for when golfers do that, they cheat on the backswing, where they slide going back, or they make this big, huge overturn in terms of trying to get the club back to increase the length of swing, and you're not getting anything out of that because your backswing's breaking down. You're losing your posture, you're not turning properly, and you're self-defeating. You're not going to get any extra distance out of that. In fact, it's going to get worse. So a couple tips you can do to help increase your range of motion on the backswing is, first of all, do some sort of a dynamic warm-up before you swing the golf club. Studies have shown that golfers that do a dynamic warm-up increase their swing potential, their swing speed by over 20% against those that don't do a warm-up. I'm going to show you a really simple warm-up drill here. I'm just going to use my 6-iron here. I split my hands apart on the club like I'm holding a hockey stick, and I just do some backswings going back to the top of the swing here. By splitting the hands apart, it gets my trail side turning a little bit more freely, opens up the upper chest, which makes it a little bit easier to make a fuller turn. The other thing I do as I'm doing this drill is I let my lead foot come up. So I'm a right-handed player. I let my left heel come up off the ground. That makes it a little bit easier to make a fuller turn as I go back. Especially as we get a little bit older, we are going to lose our mobility. So we want to work on our mobility and incorporate some techniques that make it a little bit easier to swing the club back. So again, just back here, let the left heel come up, make that turn, and then I'll do the other side too, just to open up the opposite side of the body. There I go. Starting to feel a little bit looser, a little bit easier to make a turn. And now I can work on my backswing and try to make that fuller backswing. Put the ball down. I'll try to incorporate that in my swing now. I'm going to let my left heel come up a little bit, make a little bit fuller swing, and get the club back and through, and get that good range of motion coming back and through. So give that a try next time you want to work on that backswing, increase that length, maybe work on a little bit of speed. In the next swing tip, my wife Tammy is going to talk about some mobility hacks that you can do for your shoulders and hips, make it a little bit easier to take the club back. Keep having fun playing golf. We'll see you again.